What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for another week of Production Car Challenge in the Renault Clio. This week at one of my favorite racetracks, Summit Point Raceway. Definitely one of my favorite free tracks, one of my favorite tracks ever. I probably have upwards of 10,000 laps here in my time on iRacing just because of all the solstice laps I did, amongst other cars. But we're going to see how the Clio goes here today. I've only raced the Clio here once before, and it was raining, or at least had to do a lot of laps to feel more comfortable this week. Was very happy with the Q lap. That's my best lap of the week. First lap in the sub 21s, but I've been in the low to mid 21s without too much bother. So hopefully we can stay sub 22. Track temp is a little bit cooler for this session. Don't know if that's been the norm this week or not, but definitely a little hotter than I'm used to with the summer temps, even with the overcast. But usually back in the solstice days around here, we either had track temps of like 125 or 70. So this kind of middle ground is new to me. We accidentally apparently clambered into like some Mazda group race or SOF or something because the top 9 other than me are all Mazdas, which is crazy. Unfortunately, only one other Clio. There were 2 additional ones registered for practice, but I guess they either backed out when they saw me join or just weren't registered for the race at all. So that's going to be that. I also have a very hard time believing this guy's name is Jack Mehoff James. If it is Jack, apologies, but that just seems like one hell of a name. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Again, we are not as fast as the fast Mazdas for sure, or the fast 86s, but we're also not a million miles off. So if we start far away, hopefully by the time they catch us, we can spread out. And again, hopefully we'll have some gap back to the 42 car by the time they get to us and have to deal with traffic. So good luck to Moray from Scotland, I believe. Hope they have a good race and enjoy it and get through this. But again, obviously, as only 2 of us, I do have to beat you. So apologies that I'm going to have to put up a fight for this. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Last time out in the Ford GT that you saw, picked up a 1X, first 1X of the season. Been about 5 weeks since I'd had an incident point, so hopefully we can start a nice new 0X streak here today. That would be a good result to get out of this. Speaking of 0X streak, I watched Bob Giaquinto's video. Bob's a great guy. And he had quite the messy, hectic race. He was actually in second split for this week at 18 or 1900s. That shows you how popular, how good these splits have been this week. But he had quite a messy race for a number of reasons. So go check out Bob's video. He's a great guy, has a lot of great content. PCC regular, which is awesome. So his actual words to me were, be prepared to lose a lot of safety rating and iRating. And those are always bad words to me. Obviously, losing and safety rating not going the same sentence for me ever. So yeah, just one of those deals. But I am expecting mass chaos and death and scariness. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's fun. Just going to double check my video here, make sure everything is up and running. It is indeed. Make sure I got sound going. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's cool. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully we live, for the love of God. Let's just live, and we'll deal with the rest later. So 42 cars total here today. This was a 5 split race. I think there have been a couple 6 split races. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Great participation. So thanks so much to everybody for joining up and being a part of it. But let's get ready to rock and roll. We get on the grid, and then we will see what we can do. 25 laps around Summit. There we go.
All right, everyone, let's have a nice clean race. Have a nice 1-1-2.
All right, we're getting all the hotkeys from Tommaso there.
Give each other space, give each other room.
All right.
Have a nice clean race. We're in this for 25 minutes. This is going to be a long one.
25 minutes is not that long, but that's neither here nor there. So.
No.
All right.
What car are you in, buddy?
I am ready to go.
Number 1.
So yeah,
I hope whichever
86s will be quite fast. They're usually faster than us around here, especially the fast guys. But with so many fast Mazdas, a huge chunk of the Mazdas, on the contrary to the regular, just a couple of fast Mazdas are going to be faster than us. So if we do end up in any kind of trouble and back with the leaders of that Mazda pack, we are going to have to be very careful because there's going to be big groups of them fighting hard, fighting with high ironing guys. Again, they're going to be going for it. So we'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. Again, hopefully it's cool. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully we just live. That would be goal number 1. So we'll see how it works out. Again, hope you enjoy it. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below. So thankful for each and every one of you. Have plenty of great content coming this upcoming week. Good iRacing content, maybe some Road America content, maybe some other stuff. I have some other things planned, so we'll see if they come to fruition. So yeah, been a good week, busy week. So we'll see how it goes. This is popular and congested and hectic. But a couple weeks is Tsukuba. That'll be the ultimate of holy shit, how many cars can we cram in a Tsukuba? So I don't expect it to be as popular as this place is. This place is quite popular. Tsukuba, not quite so much, but Tsukuba is going to be crazy. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll have to have a discussion about the shorter track Tsukuba included. So
how many gallons?
Regardless, we'll see how it goes. I don't know what to expect from this. I don't know what to
300.
expect as far as traffic. I don't know what to expect
Maximum.
from Tsukuba in a couple weeks. I don't know what to expect for myself because, again, I made a really
Monsters,
uncharacteristic
was there a
mistake in the
wreck
Ford at
back
the
there, buddy?
Nürburgring, which happens from time to time. Nobody's always perfect, but I don't like making those mistakes,
If it
as you
was,
all know.
not my
So
fault.
40, what did I say, 42, 43
I just
cars?
heard
I think
there's like
42 because I think
behind,
the
and
other
all
Clio
the
was the
gamers
last
are
one to
behind.
split. So not just a few by any
I
means, but
didn't
not
get
a
that
ton.
actually.
So 44 would be a full split. It's going to be quite busy, but there are a pretty even number of all the classes. So looks like there are like 10 BMWs, obviously the two of us, probably like, what does that mean then? Like 30, so 15 and 15 roughly between the Toyotas and the Mazdas. So that's a good amount of cars, so that's fine. We shouldn't be faster than any of the BMWs, thankfully, so as long as they get some tire temp and get away well and start pulling some gap, be just fine. Again, I feel okay about our pace. I saw that Nico has already won a race this week. Hopefully Gavin's able to get a race in this week. I know Tyler likes to get in PCC races. I think Will's still out of commission, but Chad still has to get his races in. Looking forward to seeing how Chad feels about this absolute cluster of chaos in both the 86 and the BMW. Actually, he might be on vacation this week as well, so scrap all that. But anyways, Bob's video was crazy. Bob's video was great. His videos are usually great, but it seemed to be quite a bit of chaos. So I will shut up here. We'll focus. Make sure we get through these first couple of corners and laps. I appreciate you all so much. Grab your drink, grab your snack. Hope you enjoy this. One of my favorite tracks. Let's go and experience this place and to drive for the first time.
True, fuck the Beamers. Yep, second that.
Waited for green there just because of where we were on the circuit. Again, letting them get some gap is okay.
Sorry, I forced the 3 wide there.
Seems like a chatty group, which isn't always a bad thing. I like chatting, obviously, you know that. Big talker, but definitely means people are more likely to shout at each other when we get down to it if there are any incidents or whatever, so. Nice and smooth in turn 1, very cold tires. Takes about 2 laps I've experienced this week to get tire temp with this kind of overcast, so even though the track temp is a little bit warm, definitely takes a little bit to get up to grip and speed, so.
Bowling alley.
Looks like everybody has died in the first couple corners. Behind us, though, all the BMWs seem to have gotten away, which is great. All very interesting.
I didn't know where you want to go, but okay. Okay. Nice move.
So yeah, sounds like there was a lot of death back in the 86s and or Mazdas. The Clio behind went off there at the hairpin on cold tires, which happens, been there, done that, so.
What the fuck, Austin?
He'll be eaten up by the 86s here probably before too long, but hopefully he's able to continue and get some good laps in. So we do have a nice gap behind us as well as in front of us now, so I feel good about where we're at.
Great racer, safety racer, but people just do not know how to brake.
I can't remember if I mentioned it in a little while, but if I haven't, the PCC schedule for Season 4 is done and submitted. I'm not going to release it publicly unless asked directly for it, just because it's not official, obviously, yet. It's just what was submitted, but there can still be adjustments, changes, things that happen, obviously. So it's done and dusted. It's ready to go, pending any changes or new track releases, which we always have our plans for in place. So that's all going well. We survived the first lap here, which is great. Got 12 seconds up ahead of the BMW, so they all have tire temp now and have gotten away. But the 86s there, even on the start lap, were about a second faster than I was. So they are definitely going to be here soon, especially if they have some nice clean track to work with and warm tires and everything else. So draft packs, they're going to fly up through here. And again, we aren't going to fight them like crazy for anything. Obviously, they're going to be significantly faster around certainly the twisty bits of this track, but probably the whole thing, so. Feel comfortable, feel calm with where we're at as far as pace. We're doing quite well. Again, we'll see if we can click off good laps. Obviously, there's no real pressure from behind right now, which is fine, but Still want to try to see what kind of lap time we can do, see what we can learn as far as tire wear, tire temps, everything else for future reference, even though we don't have any direct competition here. Wow, there's a 86 already damaged, leaving the pits on the end of their lap number 1, so seem to be going well. There's a sub 22, nice low 21, happy with that. So it looks like the other Clio is going to be under attack, basically into turn 1 from the 86's behind. Looks like he just backed out of their battle, which is really classy and respectful, so good for them. So now we do have a 86, albeit a previously crashed tail end 86, much closer behind us than the leaders, so we just have to keep an eye on that. Obviously, we're not going to get blue flags from that car because it's a lap down. Again, my whatever 20.9 was actually my first Q lap. I was quite happy with that. Ran a 21 flat on the second lap. Those are both my best laps of the week. I've been again hovering in that 21.2, 21.3 range for long run pace. I'm not a big, hot lapper. Don't practice a lot of qualifying other than just to understand what the tires feel like. I don't do 10 straps to try to maximize. So sounds like the one car has been in trouble. I think that was a Mazda.
Miata's going bowling now.
It seems like everybody's gone absolutely apeshit crazy, which is no surprise. Free track, free cars, other than the Clio. But surprising with the high rating that we've got in this field that some people have just lost their minds. I think the one car was like 6,600, so far above the rest of us. A little bit deep into turn 1, but we did manage to get stopped. Having a really hard time braking for turn 1. I've said for years that I struggle a lot in turn 1 here, which is kind of funny and ironic considering that overall here I've been really, really good and had a ton of success. I have struggled a lot getting into turn 1 around here historically, so still struggling in this car, but that's pretty much par for the course. We'll just have to make it up on the rest of the circuit. So one of the BMWs looks like 5th place. The 19 car went off there that time at the hairpin, but was able to gather up and continue, thankfully.
Yeah, no, man, it's fine. Don't apologize or anything.
People are getting feisty. Told you it was going to happen. Shouting. Maybe it'll have to be PCC Bowling. Will have to be the title of this one. Yikes.
Which car?
As the community manager, I'm going to choose to ignore everything I see and or hear in this race for the sake of keeping the series nice and pure, because obviously some people are having a lot of brake issues here in this one. Sun's starting to peek out. We'll probably gain some track temp here. Clouds are starting to roll back. Nice and chill, nice and smooth. Still a little bit deep in the ones, just sliding the fronts. Again, I could definitely be more aggressive, but then we'd make the corner, but definitely would punish the front tires. So definitely people getting feisty here. I don't know how many laps we're going to have, 18 roughly. Probably 18, so I don't know. 18, 19. I don't remember. I think we used to have like 17, 18 in the Solstice, but the Solstice was like 5 or 6 seconds slower in this car, so there's definitely some sun coming out there. You can see it, noticeably brighten. So again, we have a big gap ahead of us, so we're not going to worry too much about the cars behind trying to come through. If we get a chance to let them go in a nice easy spot, we will. We don't want to get bowled ourselves, knock on wood, hopefully here. So we have a couple laps before they catch us. They've been roughly 1 second a lap faster there, maybe a little bit less, but obviously traffic and inter-class battling will slow them down a little bit, but they're still catching us hand over fist for the most part. But seemingly the second place car there just blinked out, I was going to say, because they have a big gap back to third. So just the front two together, the 11 and 16. So definitely sunny now. Still sub 22, still missing turn 1. What else is new? Another disconnect there, so a couple down. We're down to 40 cars, I believe now, if I was counting correctly, but we might have had a couple that didn't start either. Bowling sounds fun. I was considering doing some 86 this week, but when I saw some of the driving standards and the incident counts from the opening time slots and that pretty much all the splits ended up being like that. I said, nah, I'm going to pass on this. I'd rather drive at a track that's a little bit less stupid with a little bit less opportunities for dive
Ruben, was
bombs,
it you
but
that ass blasted me?
obviously have to drive my Clio race for participation. Plus the Clio, I feel obviously much
Give it
safer and
back.
much more aware of what's going on, much more regular seat time, obviously.
That's
So
the parasite inside me are saying.
starting to get some more complaints. It's always from the D-class guys or the 35 car. It's always that. It's never like the 3 car that
Why, bro?
complains about driving standards or how someone shouldn't be in the split or whatever. It's never the fast guy.
Number
But
5's a weapon. Watch out.
Why, bro?
it's all good. People
Why
are
did you
starting to
do
call
that,
each
bro?
other out by number.
Why?
Hasn't reached by name yet, so we're
Because
still
let's
building up to calling someone out by their name and their mother's name and blah blah blah.
Of iRacing, that's why. You think that you have a bigger dick? That's what you think?
Yep, there we go. We're comparing iRacing dick size.
Yes.
It's going well.
What car's number 5?
Going very well.
You got it.
So yeah, we're cruising.
Don't fight, man.
So yeah, we'll probably be 17, 18, 19 laps. So definitely roughly 10 to go here by the time we get back. 10 to 11 probably, depending again on lap time, where the leaders are, etc. So all 10 BMWs still cruising and still ahead of us comfortably though. By a large margin actually. We got 20 seconds, so we are kind of leading the second train of all the other class cars here at the moment, which is fine by me. Still, again, have a nice gap. We've maintained about 3 seconds back to Austin, the 22 car, since he came out of the pits. Obviously, the leading 86s have caught up to us, but it looks like they're going to get by. So now the next car behind us is the leading in second place 86s. They're 3.5 seconds back. Been about a second or so faster a lap, so keep an eye on that, but they'll be here in 3 to 4 laps, no problem. Remember last time I ran here in the rain, I also ran against only one other Clio, and they, I think, disconnected before the race even started, if I remember correctly. But was really struggling because it was lightly wet. But I think that this car is on slicks for dry tires. I'm not certain of that, but dry tires were not an option. It was very, very slippery. I really had a hard time with it, and it wasn't very much fun, even just cruising by myself. So learned a lot about the wet tires that day. I really now enjoy this car in the rain. It's quite good. Looking forward to the next race. It has rain, actually. It's been a little while since I've driven this in the rain. But it is quite fun, again, as long as you are in control and know what you're dealing with and have people that cooperate the rest of the field, which is always a big ask. But no matter. Looking forward to it for sure. 25 seconds ahead, less than 3 behind now. They're a little bit spread out, not crazy, but there is some gaps forming in the 86 field, which is fine. Leading Mazdas won't be too far behind, but looks like about 13 seconds behind. Again, those front cars are all kind of together, so doing okay. About another lap or so and we'll be at halfway. Almost exactly a lap until halfway, actually. Feeling good, still cooking along nicely. This will be a nice Monday video. So I hope y'all are having a wonderful Monday, a nice start to your week. Two seconds now, the car's behind, so we're getting here. Oh, now we're shouting about blue flags. That's always cool. Regardless of how you feel about blue flags, they are informational only. Keep that in mind as per the iRacing Sporting Code. I mean, really, Formula One's the only series in the world where they mandate you move over for blue flags, so it's evident who just doesn't watch any other racing other than watching the highlights of Formula One or Drive to Survive based on how they feel about blue flags. But it is a helpful tool. It is something you have to pay attention to and be aware of, but I saw on like TikTok yesterday or the day before, someone said that slower class cars in like IMSA should get out of the way of the faster class cars, and I had to reply. I couldn't help myself and be like, "Are you freaking kidding me? That's one of the worst ideas I've ever heard, and you obviously don't know how this is all supposed to work and go together." So people really think like that, though. Like out in the wild, there are people walking among us that get to like, make their own life decisions and vote and stuff, that think it'd be better if the slower class cars were just jumping out of the way and all over the place. So keep that in mind next time you think you're not good or not ready for sports car racing. Keep in mind there are people like that walking amongst you, so, or driving amongst you for sure. So front 286 is starting to catch up here. Will probably catch us within the next lap or so.
Yeah, Tom, you are not clear.
So we will not battle them. They're obviously
What
having a
the
fight
fuck
for
are
the
you
lead of
doing?
their class, and then we have some gap behind them. So it's going well. Sounds like there's been some more death elsewhere, so
He's got DQ'd.
we'll try to avoid that. We have people getting DQ'd in the first 10 laps here. That's always good to see, and quite impressive. Quite impressive to be
Edward,
DQ'd in
what the
10
fuck are
laps.
you
So
doing, buddy?
probably get
Only
through
way
the
you can
left-hander of
identify
turn
your
2 or
opinions,
3 or
man.
whatever
What the
number it
fuck?
is, and then let these guys go. That was, I think,
Thanks,
the
David.
last 86 there, 20-something.
I might be in the wrong there, but I think he breaks a bit too early.
It doesn't matter if I break early. It's the job behind of the car to not run into them and be able to go around them.
All right.
I'm doing my own line. I've been doing my own race. And it wasn't like it was a straight and I braked. It was in the braking zone.
I don't feel like we can let them go from 7, 8 car lengths back here, so try to get through a couple of corners here, a couple of good sections.
Yeah, Stick just send it there. I love fucking BMWs.
Pushing a little bit harder to try to stay away here. Obviously these BMWs, or sorry, the 86s corner quite well, but we usually get down the straights quite a bit better. He's flashing his lights at me again. I know you're there, don't worry. I see you, man. I see you.
What the window is that? Ed Broadass, bro. Do you have eyes?
Now we got people wondering if other people have eyes. That's how we know we're in the good stuff here, baby. A couple more coming, the 14 and 33. We've raced with Logan before. So yeah, that's one of those I understand as the Toyota leader why you're flashing me to, let me know that you're there and try to get me out of the way. But like, I'm racing too. I know that I'm not racing anybody close, and I will give you respect and let you go and not impact your battle. I guess they don't know that of me unless they know me, which neither here nor there. But it's like, flash me for half a lap when you're 8 car lengths back. It's like, that doesn't make me want to just roll over for you for sure. But I get it. Again, I'm not fighting anybody, so I get it. Just seems a little bit disrespectful to me to assume that I'm that much of an idiot as the 2 car to just not have a single clue what's going on. But again, maybe that is the majority of people in this series. I don't know, but still. So we're doing okay. Down to the last handful of laps here. We got a little bit of gap behind. Still got to stay patient and diligent and aware. Obviously, other people can have issues and mistakes and whatnot, so still got to be paying attention around us. 11 seconds back to the leading Mazdas now, and no real close sign of the 42, so hopefully they're still going and circulating and making laps. That would be good. A little bit of gap back to Logan. He has not caught us yet, not close actually.
What the fuck, dude?
I don't know who's, okay, I was gonna say 16 was blinking earlier. I wasn't sure if he was blinking or if I was or what, but no matter. 14 right up behind us, not close enough to let him go down the straightaway, so. Pretty good run off of that corner, I think. So we will go take our normal entry down this end into 1. Let them go right here as we did with the other guys. Hopefully we can stay away from the 33 here for a couple corners. Leading BMW is about 9 seconds back. It is still Jack. Still having a hard time believing that name, but again, neither here nor there. I got a good laugh out of it. Maybe nobody else will, but still. Do a time check here once we get off the S's. See how much longer we have to go. 6 minutes, almost exactly. So, again, you know, probably 5 laps left for the BMWs. Once they get here again, keeping traffic in mind. So, they're running roughly 120. That's, again, maybe 4 laps, probably 5 though. So, we will definitely get 5 to go there then. So we might even get 19 laps, like I said. I was thinking it might be 18, but we might get 19 just because of where the BMW leader is.
Toyota, you're not past me regardless.
Okay. A little bit of micro locking there again. Just keep an eye on the mirror. After learning from the Ford GT2 race, oh, more shouting. After learning from the Ford GT2 race, just keeping a little bit of an extra eye on the mirror here. So. I was gonna let this guy by, but he didn't pop out of line, so. I'll leave an entry here in the 1, Connor.
Drag me along. I got greater straight line.
10-4. BMW leader coming to us. Probably just let both these guys go at once here. That'll be safer. Let him make a minor mistake there, save it, get back on track again. We're not going anywhere, nowhere near anybody else. Good gap behind this 22 car who was that lapped 86 from lap 1, so just go right back into chill cruise mode. Another disconnect, 3 minutes to go, so probably 3 laps. Again, if they're at a 120, definitely 3 laps. Plenty of fuel. So 3 more to go. Right on top of the 33 here, we have the 22 not too far behind, and then the 10 car is the second place BMW. So I think the 10 car might catch us. I don't think the 34, the third place BMW will. Not in 2.5 laps, I don't think, unless they're like 4 seconds lap faster, which I don't think they are, but who knows? We'll find out. Won't matter. We're in good shape. Obviously, the 86 wanted to stay behind the Clio because we punch a big hole in the air and we are a little faster on the straightaways with some power.
My bad, sorry.
But obviously, I also get the toe off of them. Not nearly as significant we saw in the PCC Oval Series during Week 13. We still get some good toes from behind these guys, so help us a little bit down the straights. Even though again we're not chasing lap time, we're not going anywhere. So popsicle sticks, 2 laps to go. So yeah, try and think of how this is going to play out. Tomorrow, again, you may see Dr. Pepper series, which is at Talladega. God help me. Not sure, again, how the rest of the week is going to work out with videos and recording and uploading and whatnot. Have some plans, but just going to be a lot of stuff up in the air, so we'll see. But this is Monday for sure, so hope you all have a wonderful day. Hope you all are staying safe if you're dealing with any of the severe weather that's been going around the country. And again, try out some PCC this week, any week.
We're in Alaska. Good luck with the tsunami, boys.
Don't think 34 is going to catch us here, so just going to be the 10 and technically the 22 that could come past us. Not sure if 22 will take a move since he's just chilling in 10th, lap down, but 10 will definitely come through. White flag will come out here, even though we have a blue flag. Credit One Bank, sponsor me, please. BMW probably get us off of turn 1. Don't think they'll catch us into 1 here, unless it's a huge dive. Ah, they might. Okay, we'll leave them an entry. Obviously, again, no point fighting it. Better safe than dead. He's got to accelerate at some point, though. Jeez, man. We're good. 6 seconds back to the 34 won't be a problem. Only 10 seconds in front of the leading Mazdas. So I forgot to shift to 5th there. Whoops. Already looking around and thinking, as I tend to do. So we're going to stay in front of all the Mazdas. We only got passed by 486s, so it wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been. But again, sounds like there was a lot of death at some points there, so that makes a little more sense. So it was a long time between incidents, but we're going to come through here and start another nice 0x hopeful streak. Hopefully next time we have an X is going to be several weeks from now, maybe even not this season, but
Thank you so much, Toyota.
it's all good. We survived.
so
What
much.
seemingly was a pretty chaotic race
I
for
really
everybody
appreciate
else. Good run to the 42. Hopefully he was able to complete all the laps, learn some stuff, have some fun. So we'll take that. That was always a good race. Again, love the track, love the car as always.
And I
So
was fighting for the position with you and everything.
very pleased. Just keep
Been
cruising
practicing.
around here. A lot of cars dipping off, pulling off to the access road. Looks like the 42 is still cruising. He's 30 seconds ahead, so wasn't awful because we didn't lap him or pass him or anything. So good race to Moray. We'll just keep chugging along here.
Stop that, man.
Got people stopping, it sounds like, in the middle of the front stretch and getting plowed into, so we may very well be once again the only 0x here today. Did Jack Mehoff win? Yes, he did.
Hey Fabio, what are you saying I did?
Here comes some more arguments and post-race kerfuffling. Thought everybody was passed, but there must be someone. There we go. Okay. We'll take that. All done. We made it. We made it. Forgot to plug YouTube. Alright, well, let's see how many people had how many incidents. We had 0, obviously. 11 has spotter. Anybody else have 0x? The 11 who won, I believe, the 86 class. Nope, sorry. Finished second right at the end there. Interesting. So led most of it, but Jose made a pass right at the end. Had 0x. Jose also had 0x, the 16 car. So the two front running 86s was 0x. And then me, and that was it. So just the three of us, but we all made it through and survived. That's okay. Let's go check out if I can find my right tab. The results here from Summit Point. Only 12 iRating, but again, don't like ever taking iRating off of someone that ends up in a split with me as a field of two. Really sucks. Unfortunately, I also lost a good chunk of SR with 12x there, but I had fun. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a good race, so can't complain too much. 4 car was 3,400, just went up over just shy of 4K for the 3 car, and the 1 car we saw who actually had a DNF, so must have had a big issue there. Lost 124, was almost was right up at 6650 roughly. So good race, had some fun, enjoyed it, and we'll take that as a result for sure. So I appreciate you all so very much. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below. Don't want you to miss anything else coming up from iRacing, other racing games, racing content, Camaro content, track day content, anything else I do. I appreciate you all so very much. That's going to be it. Till next time. As always, bye.